Let's see, transferring demo data. Save data from the demo version will be carried over to the main game. The data can be addressed by selecting continue or load game from the main menu. Data transfer complete. Okie dokie. What we got for config options? I don't think it necessarily matters, but I think those were okay when we played. We definitely want to use frame rate. Okay, we definitely do not want controller audio because that is super stupid. We're going to change this instead of doing the Japanese language, which is very, very good. In fact, all the languages that are spoken and that are available for this game are excellent. You know, the voice capture work was done with English, and the developers would like you to play in English. So here we are. We're going to play in English, but we did play the demo in Japanese. So for folks that are wondering what that sounds like, you know, you can look at the first video when we cover the demo. We'll turn on speaker names because that can get awful confusing in a Final Fantasy game. All right. Claiming redeemable items. Additional content is now available for redemption. These items can be claimed from the system tab in the main menu. Oh, maybe it should have told me that before I clicked continue. Yeah, this game doesn't maintain a 13 years later. Oh, we just skipped Clyde's teenage years. Okay. Year of the Realm, 873.
Welcome back. Sorry. What's our situation? Let's just say Shiva and Titan's little spat hasn't made things any easier.
Whoops. Yeah, the frame rate is not consistent.
It's as you thought. The Crusaders have sounded the retreat.
Then we follow.
But it does rise to 60 when you're in combat sequences, which is what we care about the most.
Will be no different from Beast's. I'll take my chances with the Iron Blood. At least then I might die fighting. After you do, that is.
I won't be dying. Not today.
Then it's settled. No dying. Now, if you don't mind, we have an army to chase.
A chance encounter. New iconic abilities. The iconic abilities Scarlet Cyclone and Heat Wave from the Phoenix are now available for acquisition and upgrade on the abilities tab in the main menu. Don't forget that once acquired, new abilities must be equipped on the Gear and Icons tab.
How do they expect us to kill something that could do this?
Excuse me.
Don't. Only the girl holding its leash.
Okay. Abilities. I have got a fair number of points. Can we zoom out? We can zoom out, okay. We'll learn that one. Gee, look at that. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then these are the helper pendants, in case you feel that the game is a little bit too difficult. So I'm glad you can just equip them or unequip them, you know, as you please. Hold on just a minute. Okay. Let's see. Summon a projectile dispelling wall of liquid. Liquid flame for launching several deadly shockwaves. Wave force is amplified upon dispelling magic. But heat wave. We'll try that. Again, it'll run 60 when it can, but you know, it'll probably hover around 40 or 50 or somewhere around there, which is fine for me. If you have a variable refresh rate TV, then you won't experience any tearing. Although that won't show in our capture.
The old trails are gone. It'll be hell finding a way out.
Do you think a retreating army and their dominant will fare any better?
By the flames.
Shiva has been very busy. Shiva and Titan. Okay. Sorry, I've been trying not to spin around the camera so much. I know that can be distracting for folks watching. It's always different when you're actually controlling it yourself. Your mind knows where it wants to go and where it wants to look. But as a passive viewer, swapping the camera around is, you know, disorienting.
Did you hear that?
Down there. So, Titan has knocked the fight out of our Ironblood friends. Where are the rest of them? That can't be the main host.
Wait. Our fortunes have turned, Sergeant. It's her.
The dominant? Are you certain?
The Crystalline Orthodox is a backwards faith for a backwards people. In the Iron Kingdom, they teach that dominants are unclean aberrations, born of blackest sin. Only their priests are allowed to perform the rites of priming. And I see many.
We end this quickly.
Scott! Adioninir Sagalid!
Please.
Ooh, these guys are a bunch of bastards.
What Alvation Naukin, Alad Scully asked.
Oh, is that our friend?
Must be the end.
Whatever her name is? But I don't think we ever learned.
Avis! Care to kill some Ironblood? Gladly. Wife, you focus
No,
on the
I don't really remember the controls. Oh, that's right, it was R1 to the dodge. Should probably change that to circle to match every other game in existence.
moving and move! Fucking Eikons!
Eikon? She's not even fully primed! Too slow.
Nothing gets harder! Eikons in trouble!
I will not have their blood on my hands.
Wrong call.
It's over.
Lost.
I mean, I wouldn't recognize her as I'm getting my ass kicked by her. I suppose not.
Is she dead?
I don't think so.
Well? What are you waiting for?
It is her.
No, that's not you. Not here.
I'll bloody do it then.
Nope. I was probably warning you about that axe. Too late.
We've got company, Wyvern. What the hell are you doing?
Lord Ohilda Vedra! Get your ass over here and help me with these bastards!
Sorry, Jill.
What is wrong with you, Wyvern?
Dominant. I know her.
Know her? Look around you! Do you think any of these animals care? I need you here!
Stay down. It's over. You're finished.
Now that that's done,
I won't ask you again, Wyvern. Take her head so we can be done with this.
I can't. I won't.
You would betray the Holy Empire?
Betray? I don't recall ever pledging allegiance to your Emperor. My service may have been bought with this brand, but not my loyalty. I just fight to survive.
And you think I don't? The Empire Empire will have our heads if we return empty-handed. So if you won't take hers, I'll have to take yours.
I told you, Sergeant. I'm not dying here today. And neither is she.
Let's find out.
Too slow.
Wyvern! Have you forgotten who plucked you from the front lines? Who trained you? Who gave you a name when you had none?
You speak as if we don't bear the same brand, Sergeant. I've always had an enemy, and I've not forgotten it.
Still clinging to the past like a torn blanket. Then you will die, as you should have 13 years ago.
For nothing. No one. And I will not fall by your hand. My man.
I keep pushing circle. I really should just change the button.
Take your head. Traitor's blade.
Want to level up. And stuff. I don't know what the stuff is, but I have stuff. Did I kill him? Seems like I wouldn't do that. Meeting teammate already. I mean, the real teammate. I'm not even sure what I was thinking. Just hugging her would solve my problem. Ah, Torval. Oh, I think that's Sid.
Bloody wind. Well, come on then.
I remember Jill, but I remember Torval.
Fuck.
Awkward boner. Thankfully, Jill is unconscious. Oh.
Hugo, dear, my proud desert lion.
Would that you had taken care when chasing the hare? I expected more from the mighty Titan.
Definitely will create a boner.
You put the Ice Queen on her back. No doubt.
Human friend.
But you'll have to work harder if you're to claim this prize.
My lady, the thunder.
We'll be hearing more soon enough. You always were fucking snakes, Sid. Gather the men. We have work to do.
Yeah, again, like I said in the demo, I mean the materials they use in all the costumes. I mean they're so real looking. I think they really nailed those.
Jill, is it really you? And who's this fine hound I see before me?
A fine hound who saved your life. That's who.
Torgal.
Right?
His name is Torgal.
You two acquainted? Well then, you won't mind taking him off my hands. Funny. I'd always pictured you as more the chocobo type. Clive Rosfield. Come now. Fleet as flame, fierce as a wildfire. That there was the blessing of the Phoenix. I'd heard rumors that you'd survived, but I never paid them much heed.
It's weird having a young Sid.
Calm down. I didn't come all this way for your handsome mug. Now her, on the other hand, she seemed worth muddying my boots for. None the worse for wear. Still, might be best to get a second opinion. Back her up.
Not another step. I mean it.
Well, I'm not about to leave her here. Not one with a warm bed waiting. It's all right.
No, well, I guess I didn't mean it.
You're welcome to join us. You do want to help her, don't you?
Sid, if we aren't back soon, Nan'll have our heads.
I'll explain everything once we're back at the hideaway. Come on.
Now the wolf fur is not like 100% convincing, but it is a fantasy animal, at least in this world. So you know, that's the excuse I would give it. Yeah, weird that you can't access the menu here. I would think that they would let you do that, but no, you can pick a destination and you have to access your menu later, I guess. To me, that seems like a bug. Central Storm. The Dreadlands.
Not much further now.
But we're in the middle of the Deadlands.
Keen eye, you. The blight sucked this place dry. Meaning no trees, no birds, and no magic. But it also means no neighbors.
The last place anyone would think to look.
Yeah, there's a lot of use of the rumble. Subtle use and dramatic use. You know, it doesn't come off on the stream.
Home sweet home.
But it does add quite a bit. It is what I like about the PlayStation 5 controller. You know, and why it's a step above the Xbox Series controller. The Hideaway, Central Storm. I see so much Indian influence in this architecture. It's crazy.
This place. These are fallen ruins.
Well, we didn't think they'd mind. And it keeps the black from our lungs.
But how do you survive without magic?
How does anyone? Hard work and a bit of nous. You must be starving. We grow them here, believe it or not. Suit yourself.
You're back.
Ah, Talia.
And this is the dominant.
Out cold since we found her. I was hoping you might give her a look over.
All right. Goots, get her upstairs.
Well, none will...
Don't fret about Karen. I've taken care of her fee.
All of it?
She's the best healer this side of the belt. You've nothing to worry about. Go on, have a look around. I'll be in my solo.
Hide, Hideaway. Local map. Pressing the touchpad opens a detailed map of your current area. Main scenario destinations are marked with a red icon. Okay, do we talk to people, or we just walk around them and they talk?
You reckon he's
Like,
a soldier
yeah.
then?
Be surprised if he wasn't. The smell of war is thick about him.
You know, I'm standing right here.
Still hungry, are you? Might have something round here.
That is exactly how I would act. What, huh? You,
Another newcomer. You mind the rules round here, or our next chat will be through the bars.
Jailer. Spell the old English way. To me, it looks like Goaler.
The washroom floor's all mended then?
It'll hold. For now.
Yeah, I mean, look at this stuff. It's so cool looking. It's like either something from ancient India or something from ancient Peru, you know. You know, they say there's a connection there.
Your brand. Lady Tyre might be able to see to that. You may have been born a slave, but you're a free man now. Leave me be.
Not until you've had your medicine.
That is some small ass text. I can see it fine, of course, but maybe a little bit lost on the stream.
Sid once told me, the blight doesn't kill the land, it only makes her forget who she once was. She'll eventually remember her purpose. All she needs is a little reminding.
Yeah, so just like a little bit of hesitation during some of these scenes. I don't think most people would notice. But I can see a frame or two, you know, dip here and there. again, I'm more than happy to sacrifice that if I get 60 frames for the actual battle sequences, which is, the game's highlight. Certainly one of the game's highlights.
Just working on a pet project of mine. Though she's not above biting the hand that feeds her. Alright. I was hoping we might try and solve the mystery of poor Clive Rosfield. A bearer of the Sambrequois Imperial Army sent behind enemy lines. With orders to wait until it turned into a brawl, then slit the dominant's throat in the chaos.
I didn't know it was her. How could it be?
And so, to save her neck, you slit your sergeants, then set your sights on the hills. Conveniently forgetting how the Empire deals with deserters. Because with that on your chop, my friend, we both know you won't be getting far. You've fallen a long way, Lord Rosfield.
Are we going to deal with my mother at some point in time? I guess it's not really a high priority.
I'll not have it said that I'm a poor host.
What do you mean to do with her?
Do with her? Why, nothing. Her life is her own now. If I wanted to use her, do you think I'd be talking to you? All I want to do is help. Dominants like her, branded like you. Of course, the realm doesn't approve, which is why we live in a cave. And it's also why we need help. From branded who know one end of a sword from the other. What say you, Clive? Will you join us?
Oh, I don't really have any other place to go. And you have wine. Or fruit punch. I mean, fruit punch.
Sid, was it? I trust that you'll do right by Jill. But until my brother is avenged, I must walk my own path.
Avenged?
My brother was murdered by a second dominant of fire.
Phoenix's evil twin. Oh, bugger me. Another rumor proven true.
I only stand here today because of Joshua. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I've slept in filth, drunk from a gutter, killed more men than I can count. You're right. The Empire will not suffer a deserter. This will be my best opportunity. My last.
Which is why you should join us.
I told you I'm not
interested, I know. One of my scouts sent word there's a group of branded fugitives north of here, in the Imperial village of Lostwing. Among them is one he believes to be a dominant of fire.
Is he certain?
What say we go and ask him?
This doesn't mean I'm joining you.
Let's make ready then.
Like, it doesn't mean I'm joining you, and I drink the wine.
You'll find everything you need down in the main hall, as well as a few things you don't. Have fun.
Careful, you. I've spent the whole morning on these steps.
Well, looks like you'll spend the afternoon on these steps too, then. Spoony part.
His yoke did break, his life his own again. With thunder's roll he
It does look like Edward too.
What do you think? I woke this morn inspired.
He's not out chasing rumours. Sid's up there in that hole of his, brooding and scheming.
Lay off the man. He's got plenty to brood about.
And how did you like the stew?
I haven't had lungfish as sweet and tender since I was a maid.
Fish stew? Usually I pass. Very few people can make a good fish stew.
If you can read, don't let Otto know. We'll put you to work on the ledgers too.
He's in... Oh no.
Goots, was it? Perhaps you can help. Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
Well, there's old Nan's place. On second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
A blacksmith? To the forge it is then.
Oh wait, no, hold up. You'll be needing this. Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway.
Yeah, really good animation, even in the real-time engine. Certainly a far cry from something we ever see from Bethesda.
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sid to Lostwing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to a holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so?
Continental rum, a noisome spirit better suited to stripping oil from a painter's canvas than consumption. Grants overworked conscripts a few rare moments of sweet oblivion on their long, arduous sea journeys north from the continent.
Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
Oh, damn you, Goots. All right. No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you. I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
Forging, the crafting of new gear, as well as the upgrading of existing gear, can be done at the forge, or the blacksmith, as long as you have the recipe and proper materials. Select a highlighted item from the list and hold X to craft or upgrade. Well, hold cross, I guess people call that cross, even though it is clearly not a cross.
And the belt, Caesar Square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
Like how nobody really trusts him where he lives. Notices when something has changed in the hideaway, a notice will appear in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. In addition to stock updates for Sharon's Toll and new forging recipes for the Black Hammer, there are also notices for new quests, new missives, and many other things. An icon will appear also in-game as well as the local map to indicate recent updates.
I suppose I should thank Goots.
You take it back and tell that blockhead I'm not paying for stuff I didn't ask for.
No, okay. Can't even talk to her yet.
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
I
Come on, nearly there.
I really love Evilise. I love the look of everyone, of the costumes.
Blankets, quick as you like.
I mean, I don't think this is officially Evilise, but, you know, obviously they share a lot of DNA.
Right, we make it comfortable while the bed's made up. Well, you just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water.
I'll get the bucket. You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me? What the hell have I got myself into? Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, you won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
Well, yes, I don't necessarily like the way everybody talks. I think that's the hardest part to get used to in this universe.
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Sorry. I mean, those guys aren't my fault.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything, you ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Oh, and thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
Side quests unlocked. Okay. Quest. Keep an eye out for the green icon above the heads of certain NPCs. These indicate they have a quest to offer. A list of current and completed quests can be viewed on the Journal tab in the main menu. To-do list. After accepting a quest, quest objectives will appear in the to-do list located on the right side of the screen. Objectives with the red icon, with the red main scenario. Objectives for the main scenario are, and up to 3 side quests can be displayed simultaneously. Quest priority. Any quest can be prioritized on the Journal tab in the main menu by highlighting it and pressing X. Objectives for prioritizing quests will remain displayed in the to-do list until the quest is completed or another quest is given priority. Priority status for a quest can be removed by highlighting it and pressing X again. New hideaway features. The following hideaway facilities are now available. The Thousand Tomes, an ever-growing compendium of all things Valestia, the Orchestrion, a personal jukebox for songs collected throughout the game. Both are located in the hideaway's eatery, the Fat Chocobo, and can be found on the local map by opened by pressing touchpad.
Who are these people?
Okay, so we have quests, maybe? I'm gonna go look for them.
Well?
Ask about Blackthorn.
But I ain't the cook, am I?
Though if you tasted Kenneth's brown, I might as well be. Look, Sid needed a smith and I needed a smithy. I call it a marriage of convenience. Doesn't hurt that the forge here is the hottest this side of hell, or that it works without magic. I won't have no bearer suffering for me.
You got anything needs repairing?
You've got anything that needs repairing or retooling, you bring it here, along with your own materials. Any scraps left over, I keep.
Off you go then. Don't want to keep Sid waiting.
Yeah, okay, so it's not fully voiced, it's very selective what they voice.
Seeing as you're new, let me share a word of warning. Keep your hands out of the stores, or I'll cut them off and crate them with the others. I'm only teasing. We feed the hands to the dogs.
Everybody has a sense of humor around here. Okay, we gotta talk to the jailer. Side quest, side quest, side quest.
I heard they escaped their masters in the Imperial capital. By the look of those bruises, not a moment too soon.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter where they came from, only that they're here now.
Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears. Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me and the hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
Ah, you can say that again. The Fallen knew their craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. Can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. Alright, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction. Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
Oh, that would make sense that this is where you would get lumber.
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Geoffrey, master carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
Thank you, I actually don't know how much I need.
We appreciate the assistance.
Here we are. I better get this to Geoffrey, was it?
Opening up with fetch quests. But that's okay, I don't mind these kind of quests.
Oh, you're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for? Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
One of us, one of us. All right. Go find another subquest. So I can be ridiculously overpowered wherever I go.
Do you think we should go and help?
Don't think that. Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The fat chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
Yeah, sure.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
Oh, meal. How long has it been?
That's a big ass book.
Well, well. There's so much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you. Haven't you done that so many uses?
Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect, the old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad, and keep up the good work.
I think he'd have time for a nip with old August before scampering back to his solar, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
That's the last one. I'd better let Kenneth know.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All 3 of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed. Equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves. Speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free. Truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
Treasure coffers. Countless treasure coffers lie across the realm, just waiting to be plundered. If you find one, don't hesitate to kick it open with axe and reap the bounty. Go on, no one's looking. Well, I don't have to sneak this one, I mean. Badge of metal. What's this? The strength of a city is defined by the guard that mans its walls. The strength of a city guard is defined by the pride in their hearts and their laurels on their breasts. This badge provides its wearer with one of the two. Increase defense by 10. Sure. What's this? Wise in demand?
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes. On account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen. Perhaps you would care to listen.
Let's talk about you.
When I was very young,
and lived beyond these shores, my father would read to me every night from the only book we had, A History of the Valencia by Moss the Chronicler. So enchanted was I by this realm of myth and magic that when I was of age I enlisted as a deckhand on a merchant galley that I might see it with my own eyes.
yet when I arrived,
What I found was a land of war and suffering, darkened by the blight and the evil in men's hearts. Still, I was determined to follow in the footsteps of Moss and record what I could. And so I did, in a matter of places, and all manner of roles, until my aging legs could carry me no more. Fortunately, Sid found me by the roadside, so to speak, and offered me a place here, where I might continue my studies, albeit without the wandering. What do we got here?
I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
The Thousand Tomes. The Thousand Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valestian lore, covering everything from basic terms to important persons, geography, and history. New information is constantly added as Clive progresses through the story. Past active time lore entries can also be viewed here.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Alright. I tell Mateo, he updates the tomes.
What subject shall we consider today?
Okay, I do want to read through a fair amount of this. I think we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll start the episodes with like whatever's new in the tomes.
You are always welcome, Clive.
But I know people are anxious to see more of the game, and not necessarily delve into the lore on the first day of release. So we'll try to do that. Do we have any more subquests? I guess we can talk to the Bard. Talk to our spoony Bard.
You think he'd have time for a nip with old August before scampering back to his solo, but...
Changing the tune. Background music played in the hideaway can be changed by accessing the orchestration, or the orchestrion. The track list is expanded using orchestrion rolls acquired from the main scenario quest, shops, or treasure coffers. Okay, I'm not too worried about changing the background music. Is that all the subquests? I guess it is. Somebody has anything else? No? No. Good enough.
I need supplies for my journey to Lost Wing. Otto said you could provide them.
What's that? Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you gonna buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now, let's see some coin.
Shops. Both consumable items and gear can be purchased at shops around Valencia. Shop stock changes as the story progresses, so be sure to check in frequently. Okay, got a broadsword. What do I have for money? I have 1016 for gil. I should probably buy some items. Oh, I already own 4 of 4. Okay, so I own the maximum. So it does limit me to the number of items I can carry at a time, which is kind of a shame, but c'est la vie. Broadsword is a better weapon, so yes, give me that.
It'd better all be here.
Fan braces are also better, and I will be broke.
You'll not find a better price than that.
But so be it.
That's all.
Why, you've barely a guilt to your name. You're taking his side now. And after all I've done for you. All right. All right, I can make an exception. But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
Oh, such a good boy. Though I don't know why I was able to see from his perspective while I was, you know, killing my brother. Maybe they'll explain that later. Artstone. The Artstone is now accessible. This customizable virtual battlescape provides Clive a safe location to test out new abilities and train against all manner of enemies. Additional options will become available as Clive progresses through the story. Okay, so we can do this if we want, but yeah, we don't really need to, do we? Or is it going to make us do it? Training? Yeah, sure. Training mode. The Hall of Virtue is a fully customizable battlescape that provides Clive a safe location. Okay, yeah. Press touchpad to open the training menu and adjust both enemy and ally parameters. Yeah, I mean, we don't really need to do this right now. The weapon systems are flexible enough where you could discern, you know, how to do combos if you play a lot of action games.
You all done?
Leaving already, are ya?
It's you I'll miss the most, Lady Karen. It always is.
Don't stop you going, does it?
It should be fun.
Right.
Fast travel. Use the world map to instantly travel to previously unlocked locations. New locations are unlocked by progressing through the main story or discovering waymarks known as obelisks. The world map will open automatically upon leaving an area, but you can also be accessed at any time via the main menu. Alright, well, away we go. I think.
There's a good girl. Hungry, are you?
Choco, choco, choco. The Great Wood. Yes, that's what they call me on Tinder. The Holy Empire of Sonbrick. Sonbrick.
Bastard blood flies everywhere.
I told you we should have taken the Crystal Road.
And I told you that we're outlaws. You want every bounty hunter in Storm harrying us from here to the Holy Capital? Besides, what's wrong with a shortcut through nature's splendor?
The Deadlands claim more of the realm each day. But a place like this still exists is a miracle in itself. Bloodflies and all.
We'll be back in Imperial land soon. You all right?
Never better.
Sounds like it. That there is a fine hound. Soon took to hunting. Fearless as you like.
It's good to have you back, Torgal.
Now, we don't want to be caught in the forest after nightfall.
I suppose not.
Fanning Embers. Hero's best friend, Torgal, has joined the party and will fight alongside Clive. Pet commands. Use left on the D-pad to toggle between item shortcuts and pet commands. The following 3 commands are available. Sick Attack, Heal, and Ravage. Timely Assistance. The accessory known as Ring of Timely Assistance removes the need for giving Torgal commands. With this item equipped, Torgal will attack and heal automatically based on the current battle situation.
Did I mention
well,
there'll be deadly
we don't need to use that.
There'll be deadly beasts.
I mean, I say that now. I'm sure I'll regret that.
How reassuring.
You're welcome for that and the shortcut. Maybe they're friendly like Torgal. Or maybe they're not. We still have a way to go.
That motion blur is so distracting. I wish you could turn it off. Well, you know, that's the cinema scenes. So.
What in good Grieger's name is he doing this far south?
Looking for food. No more wolves where he's from. The north was one of the first parts of Storm to fall to the Blight.
Poor sod. I'd invite him over for a cup of tea if I didn't think he'd eat the dog.
Don't worry, Torgal. I won't let him eat you.
Let's try and stay out of its path.
Remember when I said there were deadly beasts? Well, the shrubs in these parts are much better.
And you only need to mention this now.
I dodged that one.
It's over. It's over.
Well, that's the undergrowth sorted. I'll take it from here.
After you.
Thank you kindly.
The ruins. They're everywhere, aren't they?
Some say there was a time they blocked out the stars. Down was the only way left for them to go. There's probably a lesson to be learned from that. But it can wait. Come on. Mind your head.
I mean, should I be looking for hidden stuff around here? It seems like it's a very straightforward path, at least to start with. Yeah, it's very realistic looking. I'd say this in Forspoken, although I know a lot of people didn't like Forspoken. I don't think you can really fault the graphics, though.
Stop admiring the view and get down here.
Yeah. Hello.
A wyvern.
I can see that. Doesn't have to be a friend of yours, does it? must be a nest nearby. Keep your eyes open.
Oh, okay.
Well, it
Full on
appears we
potions.
won't be going this way. I'll admit I hadn't counted on that.
At least one of us knows these woods. Thank you.
Animal instincts. Why trust in your own animal instincts when you now have an actual animal at your side? If you are lost, hold down L3 and let Torgo point you in the right direction. Man, look how lush this looks. I mean, I've been in a number of forests. This is a pretty accurate how things look. For those of you who maybe don't live in a place where there is anything green anymore. And certainly not resembling a forest.
That's it.
This is stupid. I like wolves.
I don't think they care, Sid. Not this time.
We did what had to be done.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
No. No, it doesn't.
No, I thought we were supposed to avoid this thing.
That sword sharp.
You'd better hope so.
This shouldn't take too long.
So much for your shortcut.
What? Still short. Just not quite as quick.
Too
But it'll
late.
be a damn sight quicker if you help.
It'll take a while to figure out what the timing is right now.
Not this time.
too soon.
Someone's got the hope. Where he stops, no one knows. I doubt he'll do that again.
Not if we kill him first.
It's not doing it soon enough.
Stand back!
You know, you probably could have started with that.
You're a dominant.
I am. Aye. But not by choice, mind. Whole bloody realm of strapping young lads. And it was this sorry sack of bones Ramu saw fit to home.
Ramu, okay. Not Tiamat, although Tiamat's also a... can be a lightning dragon.
You say you want to help dominants and bearers. But what's in it for you?
What's in it for me? The same as for all of us. What we want and deserve. Save for our knack, dominants and bearers are no different from anyone else. The ability to use magic or summon great beasts should command respect, but instead has left us outcasts. Our kind are used and discarded like tools, yet we are men, so why must we die as less?
I see. So what you're saying is you want to start a war.
You flatter me, lad. But my days as a firebrand are long behind me. No, I only wish to offer our kind of choice. A place where we can die on our own terms. Okay?
Oh, I have a shitload. Okay. Although everything is expensive. I think I wanted this one, right? Executing dodge at the moment of enemy attack. Yeah, I do want to save it for that. And then magic burst. Use triangle immediately after landing a melee attack. Deliver close range magic burst. I mean, again, we do want this stuff. But I do want this one especially. We're kind of close to it, I think. Oh, look at this thing. Oh. Can I pet you? Well, of course I can. It's not like Link. Link cannot pet dogs. You can give him steak, though. Which I'm sure the dog appreciates.
Clive, what exactly do you plan on doing when you find this dollar in the fire?
What do you think? I'll show him the mercy he showed my brother, and cut out the tongue of any man who tries to talk me out of it.
All right. Forest dark enough as it is.
I mean, it's almost a kind of a shame that we know that he's the other Icon of Fire. I mean, it does kind of take the mystery out of his revenge tale. It's sort of an interesting choice. I guess I would have hidden that, you know, had I written the script. We just find that out later that it was really him, you know, through no fault of his own.
That's enough.
See that river? We follow her upstream and we'll be in Lost Wing in no time.
In no time. Right.
Well, that's it. I'm looking for stuff. Come on now. I don't think it lets you get lost when you first play anyway. Or maybe it does. I mean, I don't really know. Camera swings around a little strangely. Okay. Keep thinking I have motion controls on or something, but yeah, it's sort of like a weird... Yeah, see that how it just sort of lock scrolls? I've been noticing that with more and more PlayStation games, how that the camera doesn't seem to float very well. Seems to have like a real hard stop when it moves vertically. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal. You can still play it. Just kind of weird. It's a weird artifact. That's all. The areas are so small. At least at this first part, it's. I'm not sure how much I have to like roll, run around and look for stuff. But we do want to find as much as we can.
Quiet. A Royal Scout.
Someone's far from home.
Let's follow him.
Ooh, it's our favorite girl.
And?
So far.
They're just down that way. All of them. Grieger's my witness.
Excellent.
Pay good money for that.
We move.
One more time, please.
I don't understand. Have I not proven loyal?
It is true my liege values loyalty above all else. But were you not quick to betray your countrymen for the promise of coin?
Well, I mean, he's got a nice view, I guess. What did you do that for?
Benedicta Harmon, commander of Waloed's elite intelligences. If we can capture her...
You! Weapons on the ground, Imperials!
Let's get this over with then.
I don't even know why I put my sword away.
At least they're not giant lizards.
Oh, I forgot those quick time events. Cinematic Flash. When the screen flashes orange like this during a pivotal moment in battle, repeatedly tap square to enter, or to either press or fend off the attack. Oh god. Okay, sure.
Behind you.
Sorry for people who suffer through seizures. Badge of Might.
They thought we were Imperials.
Well, you do look the part. Though you fight like a true Shield of Rosaria. And one blessed by the Phoenix at that. Speaking of which, I wonder, does the other Eikon of Fire give blessings, do you think?
You don't believe me?
And lo, the Creator did make of the elements 8 Eikons to serve as keepers of the One Law. Not that I've ever set too much store by holy doctrine, but on that point, it's clear. Fire has always had just the one warden, as of all the rest. A new one can't be born until the previous dies, and even that can take years. The thing is, you don't strike me as a liar. Which leaves but one person who might be able to shed some light on the matter. They're in Lost Wing. As are our Waluda friends, I would imagine. We should hurry before it gets dark.
But what if someone discovers the bodies?
Well, and they'll be sorely disappointed.
Stage replay and arcade mode. Stage replay and arcade mode are now available in the hideaways. Arret Stones. Enter the virtual battlescape for details on each of the new options. Sometime later. The Holy Empire of Sunbrick.
So much for arriving before sunset.
I didn't realize we were this close. Any idea what that is they built the village around?
The Fallen Ruin. I've heard some call it an airship. Though its flying days seem to be behind it. It's a shame, that.
You truly think a dominant's waiting for us in that village?
My scout has never given me any reason to doubt him. Which is why I think we should hurry. Come on.
Obelisks. Attuning with an obelisk allows Clive to travel quickly to the location via both the world map and local map. Clive needs only approach an obelisk to attune to it. Louder than words.
This isn't the first time I've seen one of these. Perhaps I can use them as waymarks.
Let's go check this place out. Okay, so he does run automatically. I was wondering how to initiate a run. Oh, that's right. We might have new items. Badge of Might. Increased attack by 7. See, awarded to soldiers for unparalleled displays of courage on the field of battle. The feeling of accomplishment it enkindles in the recipient's heart is thought to enhance further performance. Yeah, sure. Let's use it. Why not? I'm not worried about the stuff for assistance. At least not at this point in time. Yeah, we can get our executing dodge. Yes, I know that's the Zelda tune. You see that detail being filled in.
Figures up ahead.
Not exactly seamless, but that's okay. Again, we're in performance mode. Can we sneak? I thought we could.
Where do they all come from?
I'm not good at sneaking, apparently.
That's enough. Stay down. More were looters. But why? What is it they want?
You're welcome to ask the next ones we meet. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, that isn't exactly the fastest run, but oh well. It's alright, the areas aren't too terribly large. You know, instead of going for, you know, massively open, they've gone to, you know, incredibly detailed. Which has been a Final Fantasy decision since, what, 10? Final Fantasy 10? Decided to do this kind of overworld. Lost Wing, the Holy Empire of Sunbrick.
No sign of the Royalists.
Or anyone else for that matter. It's too bloody quiet. Even for this hour.
What do we do now?
First we look for my scouts. You start here, I'll circle round the back.
How do I let you know if I find him?
Good question. Shout.
Subtle. I don't even know what he looks like. The village can't be completely abandoned, can it?
I mean, it's obvious it's a trap, but yeah, let's go into the trap.
That sounds like a child.
Well, guess we're gonna go slap it. You keep quiet. I'm trying to rest here. The hell with your crying? Oh, okay, just exit the village again. not doing the auto run thing here, so I guess it's only in the traversal roads that you would get him to run. Any items anybody has? I would love some items. That's why I don't have to buy them. Yeah, here you can see the frame rate's not very stable. Trying to explore through here. Again, I'll sacrifice that for you know, the 60 frame combat. I guess it'd be nice if you could just have 60 frame combat and then 30 frame exploration.
No one here.
But I guess that would, I don't know, maybe that would require too much work on the engine for that to occur. I mean, it would make sense if the battle screens were separate, but, you know, they happen in real time, so it's... I guess again, I guess it would be too difficult to get that to work out. I mean, it does look like a place where there should be people. It sounds more like laughing than sobbing, I'm gonna be honest.
It's all right. I'm not one of them.
Well,
my friend and I, we're with the Imperial Army, and we've come to help. Do you know where your parents are?
In the church.
Then I'm going to find them and make sure they're safe. Can you stay hidden here until then? To the church, then.
To the church? I mean, I can't really tell what's what around here. There are no free items, that's all I know. Really, like, how would I know that this was a church? Oh, well, I guess that would be a better indicator. Am I interrupting the orgy? Because that's really awkward if I walk into that. Supposed to be gentle with that, not twist it.
This man's gonna die if we don't get into a healer.
Enough of your barking, dog!
Whoops.
About time.
Stand back.
Oh, you probably didn't need to go that far.
Who the hell are you?
Clive!
Thought you weren't coming.
You still alive, Gav?
Barely. Been doing what I can for the villagers, but...
I thought you were joking.
It's all right. He's with me. Is this everyone?
No, there were others. A pair of royalists came for the bearers just before you arrived.
Was a dominant among them?
Maybe. It's not like he was holding a sign.
Oh, whoops. Well, that's awkward.
I'll give you one guess where he's going. Clive, after him.
Oh, not playing Yakuza. Well, how fast is that guy? I mean, he was a big guy. I'm going to be much more limber than him.
Any word from the scouts?
Not yet, my lady, but we have the dominant's companion. It's only a matter of time before we seize our quarry.
Very good. And what of the others?
The bearers have been taken to Caer Novent.
Some may still be worth keeping should the dominant elude us.
All is in hand, my lady. They will not be spoiled. I give you my word. Gentlemen, a toast! Will you join me?
You got bread?
My thanks. To Our Lady of the Wind and the King!
Ugh. Imperials drink this piss?
Well, it would go some way to explain their breath.
Lady Benedicta, Imperials!
Well, just one.
And instead of killing them, you lead the rats straight to us.
Mercy.
Look what we have here, boys. An Imperial bearer. But I was getting bored.
Oh, well, can I get my sailcloth and maybe get to the top islands? And...
What is that thing? If this means what I think it does, Sid has some explaining to do.
Not this time.
Oh, time to charge. Really?
Better be on your way, Sid. That'll help.
Yeah, the combat feels so smooth. Such a great work. Like the timing and the animation is just right. And clearly a lot of time was spent on...
You've got some fight in you, even for a branded.
Clive!
You can see where the platinum touch is in there as well.
Look who's here to save the day. Is this how you recruit all of your charges?
Don't recall you complaining, Benedicta.
So, Sidolphus, remind me, why was it that you betrayed your kingdom? I asked you a question, Lord Commander.
Why? Because I'd had enough of you and your king's antics.
And yet here you are, stealing my branded. What are you plotting?
As if I'd tell you.
Lady Benedicta, we have secured the dominant.
Can you keep that down, or...?
Always something, isn't there?
And she's gone. Did she say where she was going?
No.
Then we head back to Lost Wing. One of the villagers may have heard something.
But we can't just...
Which is why I sent Gav. The man has a nose for these things. Trust me. So, it wasn't about bearers at all. They were looking for a dominant.
Yeah, that's right. Thought we were hiding the bastard. Like any of us would keep a monster like that under our roof. No offence.
When no one talked, they started rounding up everyone with a brand. And then everyone without one and all.
And locked you in the cellar, hoping sooner or later someone would break. You know, things might have been different if you'd accepted my invitation.
Oh, don't remind us. We were all saying the same thing.
Yeah, this is our home, innit? It don't mean we run out when we can, though.
And that, I'll drink to.
Oh, come hear the tale of Lord Dion the Bold, whose tamed worms 1,000 unslain, the 10
The spoony bard.
100 full legions the young dragoon led, and watched as 1,000,000 foes turned tail and fled. His lance levels mountains, it sanders the deep. The skies over storm breaks for
Listen, Clive. Revenge won't bring him back. It won't.
13 years ago, I watched a dominant kill my brother right in front of me. And I did nothing. But now I can. I can kill the son of a bitch and bring peace to my brother's soul. After that, whatever happens, happens.
Fate. You're content to be its slave, then?
Meanwhile,
This radiance would have us believe the Imperial host invincible. Yet here we find the Empire's cornerstone teetering on the backs of a handful of cowards and cutthroats. Well, Bahamut may lead 100 full legions. Could it be that the young prince defends a house of cards ready to topple at the slightest breeze? Tell me something. Why do you not resist? Within you lies the power to slay gods. The phoenix perished in your flames. Yet you do not fight. You do not flee. You refuse your gift. Perhaps you're distracted. My offer still stands. Join us and you will be treated with the respect one of our kind deserves.
Lord Margrace, don't!
I'll give you a moment to consider your options. Do be gentle with them.
Clive. Wake up. Gav's back.
One of the Empire's outlying strongholds, though apparently not strong enough to keep out the Royalists.
The captured bearers are inside. I'm sure of it.
If Benedicta's orders are to stay in the shadows, she won't be traveling with many men. Meaning, she'll be keeping her prisoners together and close by.
Including the Dominant.
So, we find a way into the fortress and conjure a bit of chaos.
What about me?
Excellent question, Gav. You will wait outside the care and guide those I free to safety.
And miss all the fun. Why can't he do that?
Clive doesn't have your nose. He'd stumble off a cliff before he even found the men. Come on, Gav. You're the best man for the job.
Well, when you put it that way. Suppose I'd better scout ahead for any surprises. Don't you let him down.
I won't. All right. Shall we?
Not so fast. We wait until tomorrow.
But he's right there.
And if we leave now, we'll arrive just as the sun comes up. Maybe join the guards in breaking their fast. Come on, Clive. They only just took the place. They'll be there a while yet. We've got one chance at this. You don't want to waste it, do you?
No.
I'm gonna go find Inky, Binky, and Blinky. The dead of night. New stock. As the story progresses, new weapons and items will become available at the Hideaways Trading Post, Sharon's Toll, as will new forging recipes at the Black Hammer.
No, that's settled. There's someone I want you to meet.
At this hour?
He's the owner of the tavern, and our best hope of getting a decent night's kip.
134. Can I get everything here? Fire wing. quick spin. I got some button combos. Use X while in the air to kick off a nearby enemy, increasing jump height. Oh, never even thought about doing that. I like the 8-bit icons there, or 16-bit icons. Cool stuff. All right, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. You've been watching Final Fantasy XVI, running on the PlayStation 5. Yeah, so far, just like the demo, it's a very enjoyable game, very impressive. Combat's, silky smooth, feels just right. I personally would suggest that folks try the performance mode, because during the action segments of the game, that does hit a pretty stable 60 frames per second. Outside of that mode, unfortunately, it kind of varies in its frame rate. But the exploration, I don't think, is the bulk of why you play this game, and you really want to be able to have that higher frame rate to achieve the kind of timing that you want for the combos. You can still play at 30. I just think that if you're more attuned to that platinum style gameplay, then you might have a better time at 60 frames versus 30. But either way, you're still getting a great experience. I don't miss any of the effects at the 30 frame mode, the graphic mode. It's all pretty negligible to me, especially with the game's art direction, being so well realized. I think, most people who are on a PlayStation 5, while they may be a little bit trepidatious about jumping into a Final Fantasy, this is a very different Final Fantasy. And if you're more into action games, the Devil May Cry's, the Nier Automatas, kind of on a lesser scale, something like Wolong or Elden Ring, then I think this is something that you might also enjoy. So definitely check it out. It's well worth your time and money. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.